Hi everyone, I am Kathy Bingaman and I'm here today from the St. Joseph County Commission on Aging, and this is chair yoga. Everyone is welcome to do this. There are no limitations. It is a class for everyone. We use the chair for our support when we need it, so it's a class that everyone can adapt to their own needs. So today's class is going to be about 45 minutes long, and it is a nice yoga, stretch, and relaxation class. I'll show you some breathing techniques that you can use during your day if you need to relax or calm down. They are good techniques you can use for that. The only thing you'll need today for the class is a chair. And you can see I have just a regular chair. It's a nice and sturdy one that you can use to steady yourself. And you can see it doesn't have any arms. The only thing I recommend is that your chair doesn't slide. So for instance, my chair is on a yoga mat, and that just keeps my chair from sliding. If you are on carpet, you're probably okay, or some other surfaces. I just moved the table and chairs in my dining room. This is my dining room I'm in. So you can do this whatever works best for you. Also, the stretches that we're going to do, you can modify them to meet your own needs. So if we do something that really hurts you, back off and don't do that. Okay, this is your class, so you modify it to do whatever works for you. So let's get started. We're going to sit in our chair. I'm going to back up to my chair so I feel it on the back of my legs, and I know where the chair is before I sit down. So we're going to sit nice and comfortable in the chair. Oh, another thing, before we begin, I have my water bottle here, and I encourage you to drink throughout the class whenever you want to, because it's really important to stay hydrated, especially with the heat we've had lately. So whatever you want to do about drinking, just make sure that you put your container out of your way. I'm going to put mine under my chair. All right, let's get started. We're going to sit on the very edge of our chair, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Feet are flat. Now that's another thing. You can be barefoot in this class, or you can wear shoes. This class is one of the few yoga classes where if you feel more comfortable and maybe more stable in your tennis shoes, then you can have those on. You do not have to take your shoes off for this class. So okay, let's sit up nice and tall. Our hands are on our laps, either palms up or palms down. This is called the resting pose. So whenever I say back to your resting pose, these are your options. Whatever's nice and comfortable for you. Okay, we're going to sit here for a couple minutes and pay attention to our breathing. So what we're trying to do is breathe in and out through our nose. And we're going to do that sitting up nice and tall. When we breathe in, our belly goes out. When we breathe out, our belly goes in. So we're going to do really nice big deep breaths now. It might help if you would like to put your hand, one hand on your belly, around your navel in that area. That way you can actually feel your hand go up and down with your breaths. It kind of helps you with your breathing. Now if you haven't done this kind of breathing before, it sometimes feels backwards to what we normally do in everyday breathing. So here we go. Hand on your belly. You're going to inhale and your belly's going to go out. Exhale, belly goes in. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. All right, let's close down our eyes and work on this breathing. So let's close our eyes and just sit and breathe. while we're working on our breathing, let's try to do nice, big, deep, slow breaths. So whatever it takes to expand your lungs all the way and then push all of that air out. So let's try that again. Inhale, our belly goes out. Exhale, belly goes in. Let's breathe so deeply that we feel our collarbones rise. Now, as we're doing our big deep breaths, let's try to make our inhalations and our exhalations equally long. So the amount of time it takes to breathe in, same amount of time to breathe out. Now, let's try to slow our breathing down. So nice, big, deep inhalations and exhalations, but nice and slow. Very good. Eyes are closed, hands are in your lap, in your resting pose. Before we get started, I'd like each of you to think of an intention for the day. So it can be a word or a thought, something you want to do today. Hopefully it's happy. Now that you have that intention, let's open our eyes and inhale, reach up high, breathe your intention in. Hands together at the top and down the midline. Very good. Now we're ready to start. First thing we're going to do are sun salutations. And this is to warm our body up for the other poses that we're going to do. This is a sequence of moves. And we're going to go through one side and then the other side, and we're going to do it 3 times. So here we go. Arms are down, and we inhale high and wide. Reach as high as you can. Now exhale and do a forward fold. Your arms come out, you drop your head down, look under your chair, hands all the way to the ground. Inhale this leg up. Bring up your knee, hold it to you, relax your shoulders, and look to the sky. Exhale, your forehead to your knee, and really hug your knee. Drop your foot down and inhale. Here we go to the other side. Inhale, high and wide. Reach as high as you can. Exhale to forward fold. Hinge at your waist, all the way over. Drop your head, relax your shoulders. Inhale, other knee up this time. Bring it all the way up. Shoulders relaxed, look to the sky. Exhale, your forehead to your knee. Drop your knee down. There we did one sequence on both sides. Inhale. Let's pay attention to our breath now. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head. Inhale, knee up again. If you can, arch your back. Look to the sky. Exhale, forehead to your knee. Drop your foot down. Let's do the same on the other side. Reach high and wide. Reach a little higher this time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, forehead to your knee. Drop your foot down to the other side. Inhale. Let's pay attention to our breath. Exhale. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, forehead to your knee. Drop your foot down. One more time on the other side. Fold, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your foot down. Inhale again. Hands together at the top. Bring them down the midline. Very good. Those are sun salutations, and you should feel nice and warmed up. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Let's do these with our breath. So forward, up, back, and down. Let's do these with our breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's go the opposite. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Very good. Let's have our arms out to the side and do some nice and slow, big arm circles. Warm up our arms. Opposite direction. Very good. Let's put our arms down. Let's do some shrugs. So bring your shoulders like all the way to your ears and then back down. To your ears and down. One more. Good job. Now we're going to stretch our neck. We're going to do this nice and gentle. You don't want to pull too much and hurt yourself. So we're going to have this hand point down to the ground. Other arm comes up and over. Bend your elbow. Grab your head like around your ear area. Pushing down with this hand and gently tip your head. Make sure you're still pushing down with this hand towards the floor. Sitting up nice and tall. Nice deep breaths in and out your nose. Very good. Reach back up. That arm comes down. And now that same arm is going to point to the ground. The other arm is going to come up and over. So push down. Other arm up. Inhale. Bend your arm. Grab your head near your ear. Pushing down with this hand. And gently pull on your head. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Still breathing in and out your nose. Very good. Reach up. Arm comes back down. Shake those shoulders out. Now we're going to stretch our arm across the front of us. You're going to either push here or here, but not on your elbow, okay? So setting up nice and tall, trying to get your shoulder away from your ear. Nice and tall, and breathe. Nice deep breaths in and out of your nose. Very good. Let's do the other side. So arm goes across, either pushing up here or down here. Either way is okay. Try to get that ear away from your shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall and breathing. Very good. Now we're going to stretch our arms behind. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing, but you can stay sitting forward. We're going to reach back, and if you can, clasp your hands. You might not get that far. You might just get your arms behind you a little ways. But if you can, clasp your hands together and pretend like you're trying to get your shoulder blades together. Sit up nice and tall and breathe. Very good. Unclasp your hands, come forward. Now we're going to work on some lateral flexion, and that means stretching our sides. So you want to sit nice and even on both sits bones, so that means even through both sides of your hips. Feet are flat, and we're going to reach, but I want to make sure that you know where the sides of your chairs are before you do that. So it looks like this. Inhale up, nice and high. Now we're going to drop one arm down and make sure you grab the side of your chair, somewhere on the side of your chair, and then we're going to lean sideways. Pretend like you're between two panes of glass. We don't want to be coming forward like this. We're trying to lean sideways. Reach as far as you can and still breathe. When you start holding your breath, you've gone too far in the stretch and you need to back out of it a little bit. You always need to be able to breathe. Let's sit up. Inhale. Reach high. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Arm comes down. Make sure you grab a hold of the chair somewhere, and then you can lean. Remember, we're not leaning forward or back, just leaning sideways. Deep breaths through your nose. Inhale up. Go back to that side again. Arm down. Have a hold of the chair before you lean. Sit up. Both arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Have a hold of the chair and lean. Inhale up. This time we're going to hinge forward. We're doing an airplane, so you're going to hinge forward and your arms come up behind you. So reach forward, hinge at your waist, look down at the ground, and your arms come up high behind you. Make sure you're looking at the ground. Now let's bring our arms forward, sit up, reach high overhead. Deep breath, reach as high as you can. Hinge at the waist again. Here we go. Forward and look at the ground. Arms come up behind you. Here we go again. Forward. Reach high. Hinge at your waist. Arms behind. Come on up. This time, let's have our arms to the side. Since we just did an airplane, let's do a helicopter. So you're going to sit equally through both sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to twist to the side. Try to keep your arms parallel with the ground. And then twist the other way. Come forward, twist the other way. Forward, twist the other side. Forward, and twist. Good job. Back to the front. Let's sit in our resting pose for a second. Pay attention to our breath again. Remember, when you inhale, your belly goes out. Exhale, belly goes in. Let's do it again. Good job. Let's get a drink of water before we continue. Get your water bottle out. And then put your water out of your way so you don't spill it or step on it. Okay. Now we're going to stretch our hips a little bit. So we're going to take one ankle and put it up over the top of just above the knee on your other foot. Now, you might not be able to get your leg up there. That's okay, because this is about you. This is your class. You might only get right here. You might only get an ankle over an ankle. You might only get here. The goal is to get your ankle up here. You're going to sit evenly through both sits bones, sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to pull back on our toes. So we're pushing them back towards our knee. That helps protect our knee. So sit up nice and tall and try to push that knee down. Don't do anything that hurts though. This is probably enough of a stretch, just getting this up here. Now you should feel a really good stretch to the side of your hip, and this helps if you have any sciatic problems. This is a good stretch for that. So sitting up nice and tall. Now, if you need a little more of a stretch, just lean forward, like chin forward, the flat back. And even though you don't move very much, you should feel an even more intense stretch in this hip. Make sure you're still breathing. Further. Good job. Sit up. Let's bring our foot down and do the other side. Same thing. So you're sitting equally through both sits bones. You might be here. You might be here. The goal is to get up here. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. Pulling our toes back towards our knees. Get comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. Pull those toes back. You can go sit in there. If you need a little more, just lean forward with the flat back like you're coming forward with your chin. You should be able to feel a real good stretch here in this hip. feels delicious. Make sure you're still pulling back on those toes. All right, let's sit up. Drop your foot down. Now let's stretch the back of our legs. So we're going to have one leg straight with the foot flexed, so your toes are up. Your other knee is bent, and both hands are going to get supported on the bent knee only. You do not want to push on your straight leg. So I'm sitting on the very edge of my chair, both hands leaning on the bent knee, this leg straight, foot flexed. And now just lean into that bent knee. You should feel a really good stretch up the back of your leg. Good job. Sit up. Let's change legs. So the straight leg is bent. Straighten the other one out and flex that foot. Sitting equally through both sits bones, both hands on the bent knee. And now just lean forward. Make sure you're still breathing in and out through your nose. Every time you exhale, breathe that exhalation to whatever part you're stretching. All right, let's sit up. Good job. Now we're going to turn sideways in our chair. So you're going to sit sideways, and you're going to hang on to the back of your chair. This foot on the ground, and your front leg is going to cross over the other one. Okay, so you're sitting cross-legged, sitting up nice and tall. And then you're going to take this front arm and put it on the inside of the knee. And we are going to twist towards the back of the room. So when we exhale, we're going to twist, and you're going to push on your knee with this straight arm to help you turn around to the back. And when you do that, you turn your head also, and keep your head twisting even after your torso quits moving. So it looks like this. Deep breath. Exhale, and twist towards the back of the room. Every time you exhale, try to push a little further and twist further towards the back. Make sure you're still breathing. Nice deep breaths in and out your nose. Remember to keep turning your head. Good job. Untwist. Come to the front. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So twist around. Facing the other direction. Knee bent. Front leg crosses over the other one, sitting cross-legged. Hang on to the back of your chair. Your front arm is straight, and it's on the inside of your knee. And you're going to use that straight arm pushing against your knee to help you twist around towards the back. And remember, even though your torso stops twisting, make your head continue around. So it looks like this. Deep breath. Exhale and twist. Every time you exhale, twist a little further towards the back. Good job. Untwist, come back to the front. Let's have our feet flat on the ground. We're going to do some chest expansions. So you're going to have your hands up like football goalposts. Your arms look like this. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your arms and your elbows together. You might only get here. Wherever you can get, that's good. Put them together. When you inhale, open them up. And pretend like you're trying to get your shoulder blades together in the back. Exhale, bring them forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to do eagle arms. So you're going to put, or try to get, elbow inside an elbow. Some people can't get there. You might get here. You know, whatever you can do, wherever you can get is good. Elbow inside an elbow is a goal. And have the hands, palms together. Sitting up nice and tall. And if you would like, you can also cross your legs, so your legs go the opposite. Make sure you can still breathe in this pose. If you're holding your breath, you need to back the pose off a little bit so you can catch your breath. Very good. Let's untwist. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So, opposite of what you just did. Again, you may be here, here, wherever you can get. And if you want, you can cross your legs too. The opposite. And breathe. Deep breaths. Good job. Let's untwist. Woo! Good job. Let's get a drink real quick. And then we're going to stand up. Okay. Now be careful when you stand up. You might be a little dizzy. I'm doing some of those stretches, so let's stand up carefully. Good job. We're going to stand next to our chair. I'm going to move mine so I stay in the camera. First thing we're going to do is called a triangle. So we're going to have our foot under the chair so that we can get closer to the chair. We're going to have our toe pointed this direction. Our other leg is going to have the toes pointing forward. Our feet are going to be about this far apart, or whatever's comfortable for you. The heel of this foot is in line perpendicular with the arch of the back foot. And you're going to be pushing through both feet. Hips are facing forward, nice and tall. First thing you're going to do is just do that with your hips. Just relax your hips. Your arms come out. And then tip forward so that your hand comes on the chair. The other arm up in the sky. Now your front knee right here can be bent a little bit if that feels better, or you can have it straight. Now twist your shoulders and look to the sky if you can. If you get dizzy, go ahead and just look straight. If you can, look up towards your hand. Good job. Stand back up. Hands come down. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Move my chair so I can stay in the middle of the screen. This direction, toe is under the chair, pointed this way. Toe pointed this way. Other leg, your toe is pointed forward. Your heel is in line with the arch of your foot. Standing up nice and tall. Hips forward. Then just get a little attitude. Drop your hip. Your front knee can either be straight, or if you need a little bend in it, you can. Arms come out. And then just tip down sideways till your hand's on the chair. Other arm up in the sky. If you can, twist to look at your hand in the sky. Push away through both of your feet. Good job. Let's stand back up. Arms are level. Bring down. Good job. Let's work on a little bit of balance. Let's do our tree pose. So you're going to stand next to your chair, hanging onto the chair. We're going to stand on the leg that's closest to the chair. Okay? So your feet can be like this. You have option of a little kickstand, standing up nice and tall here, or if you choose all the way up, that's your choice. I'm going to be here. I'm going to push my foot against my leg, and I'm going to push back with my leg against my foot. Standing nice and tall. Find a focal point to stare at. And when you're ready, if you can, breathe your arm up. And if you think you can just barely hold on to the chair. If you think your balance is a little better, maybe you can let go of it. Or if you want, bring your arms up all the way. If you fall out of this, that's okay. If you're wobbly, that's okay too. Good job. Hand down, other arm down. Let's go to the other side. Do the same thing. Again, we're going to stand on the leg closest to the chair. Hang on to the chair, nice and tall. Kickstand here or all the way up. It's your choice. I'm pushing into my leg. Hanging on to the chair, whichever's comfortable for you. When you're ready, inhale. If you can, let go of the chair. Usually a little better on one side than the other. And if you can bring up both arms. Good job. Bring your arm down. Wonderful. Now we're going to stand behind our chair. And we're going to raise up on our toes and do some balance there. I'm going to stand next to the chair so you can see me, but pretend like I'm behind the chair. So you're going to hang onto the chair in front of you like this. And lift up on your toes. You're hanging on in front of the chair. If you can, let go. And come on down. Let's do it again. Lift your heels. Down. Let's do one more time. Good job. All right, let's come to the front of our chair again. Let's feel the chair on the back of our legs and then step forward a little bit. We're going to have our feet just about this far apart. We're going to inhale up. And we're going to do chair pose. So our arms come around, bend our knees, our arms come up, and curve those hips under. Drop your shoulders down, and just squat. Let's inhale, come up again, reach up high, rest those legs. Here we go again. Arms come around. Bend our knees forward and bring those hips forward. Relax your shoulders. Ooh, very good. That's enough of that. Let's shake out those legs. Let's sit on our chair. Back up to your chair. Make sure you can feel it with the back of your legs before you sit down so you know where your chair is. Good job. Let's do goddess with a twist. So we're going to have our legs nice and wide. We're going to have one arm on the inside of the knee, reaching down. The other arm opens up and push it back, reach for the sky. Pushing on this knee. Sit up, other side. This arm goes along the knee, reach down, other arm reaches to the sky and twist. Make sure you're still breathing. Very good, hands back together. Let's put our feet together, bring up one knee, and let's just circle from our knee down, like you're drawing with your heel. Other direction. Very good, drop your leg down, other leg comes up. Flex your foot. Big circles from your knee down. Other direction. Drop it down. Let's hold up our hands in front and let's just circle our thumbs. Other direction. Now our pointer fingers. It's kind of hard to just isolate, but try to isolate just your pointer fingers. Opposite direction. Now our middle finger. Big circles. Other direction. Ring fingers. Other direction. Pinky. Other direction. Very good. Let's have fists open, close, open, close. Now with your fists, circle them. Good job. Other direction. Very good. Let's sit comfortably in our chairs now, hands in our resting pose, and let's close down our eyes. Close your eyes. Let's just pay attention to our breathing. Remember, when you inhale, your belly goes out. When you inhale, there we go, we got some music back. When you inhale, your belly goes out. When you exhale, your belly goes in. Let's sit here and just relax and pay attention to our breathing. While we're sitting here breathing, let's try to relax our whole body. Where do you need to relax? Your shoulders, down your arms. Let's try to make our body perfectly still. Relax your feet, your toes, and your hips. Relax your eyes and unhinge your jaw. While your eyes are still closed, remember your intention for the day. Open your eyes, inhale that intention in, reach your arms high and wide, deep breath. Hands overhead, put them together, bring them down the midline. Namaste. I hope everyone enjoyed the class today. Again, I'm Kathy Bingaman, and this has been St. Joseph County Commission on Aging, and this has been Chair Yoga. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you'll do some of these moves during your week, and join me next time. Bye.